I should start recording as well. There we go. So yeah, we have two exciting workshops coming up today. First one will be with the Privacy and Scaling Exploration Group from the Ethereum Foundation. Joining us for that are Vivian and Andy to give us an overview of some of the projects that they're working on. Personally very excited about everything that you're doing. So without further ado, I think I'm just gonna pass it on to you guys and take it away.
Thank you so much, Wesley. So yeah, hey everyone. So I'll be taking the first part of this workshop presentation, just briefly talking about TSE, or our Team Privacy and Scaling Exploration. Can you just let me know if you're seeing a presentation now?
Yes.
Thanks. So yeah, this will be a quick one, just 5 minutes, so we get more time so you can also dive deeper into the more of a specific project. So we're PhD, we're friends of you that are doing zero knowledge stuff, and we're gonna explain more a little bit there. So as Wesley was saying, this is a team supported by the Ethereum Foundation. We're a multi-disciplinary research and development team. That means that we do everything from the more mathematical papers, try to implement crazy ideas type of stuff, into building libraries, building protocols, and even building some demo applications, so it's useful. And how, where we focus is we want to create open source infrastructure, tooling, educational resources, so we can build, keep expanding the world of cryptography and bring them into real world applications. We're a team that are distributed all around the world. It's a big team. I think we're around the 80 or 70 mark personnel. And yeah, I think most of our things that we do, well, we do the technical development stuff, like building zero knowledge circuits, gadgets, protocols, demo applications, but we also try to do a lot of outreach and community growth. And we do that through education. So participating in these type of workshops or boot camps or talks or hackathons, and also through grants. So if like new projects that leverage your knowledge, that are doing research or like clever ways of using protocols that we have developed, we try to support them as well. And if you don't know what a zero knowledge group is, I don't know like background of you guys, but just very briefly explain. This is a new an area within cryptography that allows one party or one person or one company to prove to another that something is true without disclosing any additional information. And this is super powerful. And this sounds like a tongue twister or like a weird thing. But basically, it allows you to prove that something is correct without revealing any sensitive, personal, or critical information. It's scalability because you can prove that a lot of transactions happen correctly, or you can prove that you own more than a certain amount of I don't know, ether or a token without disclosing who you are. And this is also very important for privacy because you can prove that you are from a certain country or over, 18 or whatever information without revealing your exact name or identity card, etc. And so this is extremely powerful. That's where the name of our organization comes from. And there's a lot of still challenges and areas of deep research that exist on the blockchain Web3 world, but also the Web2 world. How you can bring more privacy and scalability on both domains. So I'm gonna send the link of our website that you can explore it. But we frequently host learn and share sessions like a few times a month. More math, like learning journeys. We host open calls for projects that we have. And talking about projects, we have a list of our website about almost 32 projects that exist. Some already completed, and some other that are in active development. And these projects, as you might have imagined, move through all areas of research and applications. Things that are anti-spam in anonymous environments, things that are, privacy identity, things where how you store private data, things for voting and anti-collusion. There's things for, true source of origin for the data, like zero knowledge Ethereum virtual machines, like CKVM. We collaborate and have teams working on all of these areas. So definitely would recommend you checking it out. And just before I give it to Vivian, this is a high level unofficial view about things that we do in grants and collaborations. As you've seen, like projects for researchers, projects for engineers and developers, and just projects for more like use cases, crypto natives, and general audience. So yeah, that's a very high level overview. We do security, we do other stuff, but I'm gonna let stop it here and hand it over to Vivian so that she can talk more about a few projects that we collaborated work on. And yeah, so hopefully you can also get involved collaborating. Yes, I'll set up a presentation. And get it over to you, Vivian.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I will share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yes.
Great. Hello everyone, my name is Vivian Plasencia and I'm a software engineer in the Privacy and Scale Explorations team. So today we talk about 3 projects in PSC. They are Semaphore, Bandada and CKKit. I will explain a little bit about all of them. So Semaphore is a zero knowledge protocol that allows users to prove their membership in a group and send signals such as votes, feedback, text messages, without revealing the user identities. It also has a mechanism to prevent double signaling. So this is the concept. So if you want to use Semaphore, there are 3 ways you can do it. You can use the CLI to create a project and query data. You can also use the boilerplate, or you can install the packages manually. If you want to create it from scratch, the CLI or boilerplate will be better. But if you want to integrate it into your project, you can install the packages manually. So right now we are working on Semaphore version 4. The alpha version is out. We will focus on developer experience, technical improvements, and also adoption, education, and community. And we will focus on documentation, CLI, the boilerplates, the templates, and performance, new features, and also tutorials. And you can find a more detailed explanation in this link in the roadmap. All the information is there and is public. So here are the Semaphore links. You can find the website, the documentation, the GitHub organization, the repository of the protocol, Discord, and different ways you can contribute, and also the link to the Good Fair issues. So here I will talk a bit about Bandada. Bandada is an infrastructure to manage privacy-preserving groups. The groups can be managed using the dashboard, the REST API endpoints, or the API SDK library. And we have 2 types of groups, so off-chain and on-chain. In the off-chain groups, you can add members manually with the API key or an invite link. You can also create credential groups and add members if they meet a specific criteria. And regarding on-chain groups, right now you can add members manually. You can start using Bandada going to the dashboard. Here is the link. You can use the API, or if you prefer, you can use the API SDK. It's a package that you can install if you are working in JavaScript or TypeScript. If you are working with another programming language, you can use the API directly. And the boilerplate, this is the link, and it's a simple app that you can work, you can take a look and also play around with it, so you can get familiar with what would be a real-world application. Right now, we are working on new credential integrations. So we are working on the credential that if you have a specific more greater than or equal to a specific number of transactions in your wallet account, you can join the group, and also the credential related to the account balance. If you have greater than or equal to a specific balance, you can join the group. And the focus is the same as the semaphore, the general focus, developer experience, improving documentation, the CLI boilerplate, templates. We will create a CLI. We don't have one yet, but we'll create one. And also research, adding new features, and tutorials, hackathons, and talks. And you can find more about the roadmap in this link with all the details. Here are all the Vandala links, the dashboard app, the repo, the documentation, API docs, and the SDK, and also the demo SDK, and the link to the Good Fair issues. So here I will talk a bit about CKKit. And CKKit is another project which is a set of libraries. They are plugins, algorithms, or utility functions that can be reused in different projects and shared knowledge protocols, making it easier for developers to access user-friendly, tested, and documented libraries for common tasks. CKKit will be the place where if you want to find a specific algorithm, you don't have to copy and paste it. You can install a library and import it directly. And there are many projects in BSc using it, and yeah, it would be nice to create a community around it. So it has more, it can have more algorithm and data structures. So to use CKKit, you can take a look at this list of packages. Here is the link. So here is a picture of some of the packages we have now, all of them, the one we have now, so you can take a look at all of them. And yeah, so here is. Here are the CKKit links. This is the repo, different ways you can contribute, and the link to the Good Fair issues. So these are general ways you can contribute to Semaphore, Vandala, and CKKit. In general, you can share ideas for improvements or new features. You can create issues, go to the discussions, and also you can go to the Discord, and you can work on open issues. Also share your projects with us, and in the issue discussion Discord as you prefer. You can also create a report if you find any bugs in the code. You can go to GitHub issues and discussions, Discord as you prefer to. So yeah, so these are different ways for all of them. Here are the BSc links. So this is the website, GitHub organization, and this is the Discord. I will share the link to this presentation at the end. And thank you so much. This is all.
Thank you very much, Vivian and Andy. Very exciting. As you know, I'm a big fan of everything that you guys are working on, so hope others are just as excited as I am after this. We're taking questions from the audience if anyone has any. Yeah, request to Vivian and Andy both if we could get the slides, if these are available. You can send them to me later, and then we'll include them with the recordings later on, so it's easy to navigate through that. if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat. Maybe a question from my end to start the discussion a little bit. A lot of the projects within PSC are really the cutting edge at the frontier of the space, I guess, which might not always be easy for newcomers to join in. But I think it's exciting that you guys are trying to make that more digestible. There's a lot of things that I've seen you working on, like community calls, learn and share, office hours, and also all the good first issue trackers. Just curious, are these projects typically more suitable for new joiners as well, or maybe let me rephrase, maybe which projects would be more suitable versus which would be a little bit more advanced in the PSC stack?
I'll give my opinion and then maybe you can round it up. I feel like it depends on your background, of course. Like if you're a photographer or a mathematician, maybe you enjoy more and will be more interested into that research or applied research project or very deep tooling. But if you come more from a Web 2 development world, front end, back end, like more web development, like there are still a lot of things that and it depends on what you want to do, but there are still a lot of open issues that we need help, with Java, with websites, with if you want, Solidity stuff or DK circuit engineering with Circom, like I think there are good first issues for everything. It's just where you come from in terms of skill set. And I think our goal is to have more good first issues, but there are definitely, first issues for web development or web 3 development, even if you're not that experienced in your career. I don't know. That's my take. What do you think, Vivian?
Yes, I totally agree. And there are issues for documentation a lot and translations. Yeah, it depends on your background, but there are issues for, I think, all the backgrounds. Also, CKKit is for certain knowledge in general, Circom or Rust or whatever. If you have ideas, you can also create an issue to add your idea because it's a project to have different algorithms. So also if you have a better data structure, and also Bandada is focused right now on Web 2, and we have some Web 3 stuff, and we have on-chain groups, but we have a big infrastructure, and it's completely Web 2, and we have. It depends on what you prefer, but we have I would say for all the backgrounds.
That's great, perfect. Yeah, I think especially Bandada might be interesting for some of this group. As you mentioned, there's a lot of integrations, I guess, that you want to create with regular Web 2 connectors. So definitely recommended to check out that one. And maybe more general as well, if you're interested in anything about PSC, they, as mentioned, organize community calls and learn and share, coffee hours. I think most is managed from your Discord, if I'm correct. But also your YouTube channel is amazing, actually, with a ton of great content and great educational materials for everyone who wants to dive in further. Any last questions from anyone? Cool. I think that's it then. Yes, thanks for sharing, Andy. We'll cover some of the links and the slides and the recording after this session and share that with the rest of the community. Again, thank you so much for joining. If there's any last words from Vivian or you, Andy, before wrapping up.
Thank you so much for inviting us, and you can always ask questions in the Discord channel. If you want to learn more, you can contact us too. Yes, so wherever you prefer. Thank you.
I also want to say thank you so much for the invitation, and it's exciting that you guys are in this Web3 journey. I didn't mention this in the beginning, but we're super thankful because in these workshops and journeys, like, we've got a lot of like good first contributions done in our repos, and it makes us happy. It makes us happy that our stuff is being used, that it's helpful, and hopefully you get your hands dirty into applying, some of the concepts that you're learning. So I think as most things, it's challenging. It's harder to learn by yourself, but it's more fun if you learn in a community. So this is a great community. You also have some friends on PSE. So happy if you want to join any of the open calls, learn and share, or whatever. Just ask as many questions as we can say, and we will try to have as much as we can.
Thank you.
Yeah, one thing is that feel free to ask questions if you want to contribute. Just whatever. If you don't know how to do it, just ask us, and we will always help you.
That's great. Yeah, definitely true. I've seen it. I hang out in the PSC Discord myself as well. It's a great community, even for if you're less familiar with CK or everything that's happening on the cryptographic side. They're super welcoming and inclusive, and really trying to make all these complex topics digestible and understandable for everyone. So definitely recommend to check it out. Thank you again, Andy and Vivian. It was a pleasure to have you, and hope to see you another time. We're gonna make. Thank you. We're gonna make space for Waku now as well. Give me 1 second to switch things.